Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to stream. I don't know. Okay.
There it is.
Hi, Sarybot. It should all be turned off, though, so. Still a good bot. Hello. Thanks.
I love
My
you,
God.
bitch.
I love you. I love you, bitch. Okay. Welcome back. Two sessions in a row. Who are we? Last you all left off, you landed in Amon. You met up with Solace's sister, who informed you of a job that Moon has, for essentially liberators of Amon, but they're a little busy right now. So you have been asked to do, this instead. You've been asked to scope out a library and get as much information about the cult as you can. Hence, the title, The Library.
It's all coming together.
All coming together.
So are we.
There you go.
So we're gonna start in the middle of the night, actually. Solace, you have just returned and you are going to bed. Lyra, you are having a fitful sleep. You're not unfamiliar with nightmares. They're vague and they plague your sleep constantly. Always. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Fire all around you. You can almost smell it like it's real. It chokes you. There are children screaming, mothers crying. And then it fades. In your dream, you find yourself sitting in a forest next to an overturned log. There are critters and creatures, and they are scurrying around. You think you remember this, but you're not entirely sure. You look down to your hands, and in your hands is a small box. It's made of twigs, it's tied together with twine, it's homemade. It's not made by you. The craftsmanship is so familiar, and your brain reaches out to grasp the name of the woman who made this, and the name flits away. Inside this box, there is a cocoon. And you watch as it trembles, each tremor releasing a few of the strands of this prison. You watch for about 15 minutes when out comes a bright greenish-blue body. Its wings are still curled from being damp. And you open this box and you lift out this freshly emerged cicada. And as the wings dry, they unfurl and straighten. And the cicada shakes. And it flits off. And materializing beside you is a young girl with blue skin and white hair. She is swathed in silver robes. She leans over and inspects that cocoon in the box in your hands. How fleeting life is, and how wonderful it is to watch her change and grow. And she looks at you softly. Will you allow yourself the same change? Will you seize your own destiny?
Lyra looks down at her hands at the box she's holding. How do I know what's right? How do I know what to choose?
You will know. You have always known. Will you let these shadows protect you from the burning lights?
She kind of looks around quickly, remembering the flames. Yes?
They are gone, the flames.
Right, but she remembers them, right? Because
Okay,
she's still in
yes.
a dream.
Mhm.
Yeah. And she looks around, she goes, yes. If they'll
You will-
protect me, I would like them to.
You will walk unbridled and untethered with me?
She again looks down at her hands. She kind of squeezes the box a little. As best as I can.
That is all that I ask. And you look over to this young girl whose visage shifts and changes to that of an adult woman, her light blue skin deepening to that of an ocean, and her hair going from pure white to a mix of black and white. 2 moons for eyes. She's swathed in a silk black gown, and she smiles gently and kisses your forehead. And you wake up. Lyra, upon waking, I would like you to make me a religion check. You think back to the travels that you have had and the memories that are gone from you, that you grasp slowly and desperately in your sleep and in whatever waking moments you have. And you realize, upon waking, that you recognized that girl, that woman. You would know her as a prime deity. The Moonweaver has visited you in your sleep.
She's gonna kind of look around. Is anybody else awake?
It's now early. I would say the sun is maybe just starting to peek her head upon the horizon. You see, like, there are a couple, gang members around, that are maybe just kind of getting up for the day. I guess, is anyone in the party awake?
I think Solace, after having sort of a long night, is sleeping later than he usually does.
I'd say Frigus is actually surprisingly up early. He's been up earlier and more energetic since leaving home, since everything that was done there. So he's up.
Nith can be awake.
Are you two, like, in the same room? Are you, like, together?
I don't know. Where did we all sleep last night?
That's a good question.
One big bed.
There's a couple levels in this warehouse. So there is, like, the main level, which has a lot of like your main kind of meeting area. There's a section off with a kitchen and everything like that. And upstairs is kind of like a big old like cabin kind of setup. There's like a couple single beds. There's a bunch of bunk beds. There is a storage room on each level. But otherwise it's kind of just like a 2-level open floor sleeping area, really.
I'd say Frigus is like he's like kind of in a corner with his arms crossed, just like observing everyone, not in a standoffish way, but just like a casually curious way.
Damn, not even making breakfast. Pretty fucked up.
That's your job.
I'm waiting for you to do that.
I'm
Yeah.
asleep.
Yeah, Solace is
Okay.
asleep. He's visiting
Nith is
his
on top
dead
bunk somewhere. I
dad.
don't know which one, but somewhere.
F on top, damn.
Solace is asleep. We don't eat. I got it. Okay.
Y'all can hear, like, there are people downstairs, so they're probably attempting to make something.
Lyra's gonna kind of look around and see where everybody is. I'm just gonna say she's closest to Nith, probably. And she's gonna kind of quietly gather her pack on her back and walk over and just say, "Can I sit with you for a few minutes? Didn't have the best sleep."
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. She's just gonna kind of quietly sit down. She's not used to feeling lonely or frightened, but she's also not used to interacting with a deity in her dreams. So she's a
Mhm.
little shaken, a little out of sorts, and the party is kind of all she has for stability right now. So she's gonna sit down next to Nith. Probably not on the same bunk, because Nith said top, so Lyra's gonna sit on the bottom bunk. Kind of kick her feet up, and she's gonna clutch at the brooch that she's wearing, the little cicada brooch. She's just gonna kind of mindlessly rub it and just play with it. Just kind of get lost in her thoughts for a minute.
Nith's gonna lean over the edge of the bunk to look at Lyra. V, does she like Lyra, how well are you hiding that?
Make a perception check, Nith.
Okay.
And Lyra, if you would like to be hiding, you can make a deception check to oppose.
Oh, sorry,
Damn.
kiddo.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah, Lyra doesn't have any expression on her face. She's just kind of just sitting.
You're thinking. There's a lot to think about. Nith, you don't see shit.
Great.
But this is your friend. You've been traveling for a few months now. This is your, or yeah, God, like 2 months. I'd say you've all been together. This is your friend. You. You.
Lyra, I never asked. What is that brooch that you have?
She's gonna kind of look down at her pendant and she's gonna half-heartedly smile. It's the only thing that I feel close to. It's one of the only things that I can find in my memory are my little bug friends. She's gonna kind of rub her thumb over it and just kind of half-heartedly smile. It's not much, but I guess it's what you call familiar, safe.
I understand that. It almost seems like it belongs with you. It feels like, I don't know, it makes sense that you have it. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Just kind of a feeling.
She's gonna smile. Thank you. I feel connected. I don't know how, and I don't know why. But that makes me feel good, knowing that at least some of my perceptions are correct. Did you sleep?
I slept okay. I don't usually sleep well away from home, so it's kind of been a struggle, but worth it, I think.
That's a fair assumption. You seen Frigus today? I noticed Solace is still sleeping.
Frigus is being a creep in the corner. You didn't notice?
She's gonna kind of glance over. That's not.
How far away am I?
Frigus, are you trying to, like, hide that you're observing everybody? I would say you're probably, like, across the room. People can see you.
Oh my goodness.
Damn.
What, are you trying to be secretive?
No, not at all. I just, if there was any way I was close enough to hear that, I wanted to know.
Well, you... Bro.
No, I don't. No, it's fine. Carry on. I'm just being a bastard.
Okay.
Lyra's gonna kind of look over into Frigus's direction and kind of chuckle a little. I think he's more curious than creepy. Should we go meet up with him?
Sure.
See how he's
Let's do
doing?
that.
Lyra's gonna grab her pack and start heading over to this dark, shadowy corner that Frigus is sitting in. Just kidding.
Nith will flip back up and jump off the top bunk and head over with Lyra.
Lyra kind of pulls her cowl up a little bit, kind of protects Michi underneath so he's not seen. Just because people tend to act weird. So she's like tugging her cowl up a little bit. And she gets a little sparkle in her eye and she comes up to Frigus and she goes, "You see anything interesting?"
People. Just normal people.
Very astute, I suppose.
It's refreshing. I grew up surrounded by noblemen. I like seeing how ordinary people go about their lives.
Ah, yes, the common folk.
It's not that, they're not hiding. Nobles are always putting on facades. You can never let anyone know that something's wrong. Everyone here is just living their life.
Lyra kind of looks around the room, just surveys everybody. You didn't really get that, did you?
No, but I get it now. Albeit slightly more complicated. With, cult fanatics and government conspiracies and, the usual.
Lyra's gold eyes kind of sparkle a little. She goes, I don't know what you mean. That sounds totally normal to me. Kind of flicks her hair a little bit.
Deal with this often.
Nah. I was just pulling your chain.
Oh.
She kind of chuckles. How long are we supposed to let Solace rest? Should we wake him up?
I don't know. He's usually the first one up.
It's gonna take that opportunity of should we wake him up to just go over and tickle his face with her tail.
The fuck?
Wait. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
Hello?
okay,
Uh,
no, not being weird. Stop it. Wait,
I
Lyra,
have no
what?
Too late.
chill.
I
Nope,
think
too late.
he's-
Keep going.
I think
Too
he's
late.
trying
No,
to grab
no, no.
I think like he's trying to grab a mosquito out of there. He just grabs your tail really quickly. And you see, Solace kind of gets up a little bit and sees how much sun is coming through the windows, and she goes, "Oh, apologies. I don't usually sleep in. I suppose it's being home and all that. I can get started on breakfast. The folks downstairs are hopeless at it. Muffin's timer should still be." Solace turns and kind of pats Muffin on the head, and Muffin dings and spits out a loaf of sourdough bread.
You
Oh my god.
have trouble getting to sleep last night?
I mean, I think you know how it is. As due to recent events, just being back home, I think, made me a little restless. So I went out for a bit last night, and I guess I needed the sleep.
Well, fair enough.
Solace is gonna kind of swing out of bed and head downstairs to see what's going on in the kitchen area.
I mean, if no one else is gonna take that sourdough.
Yeah, Muffin does just kind of hold up sourdough overhead and wait for somebody to retrieve the sourdough.
I'm gonna grab it and break it into pieces for everybody.
Hell yeah, warm, fresh
Oh.
sourdough.
Offer it to Lyra and
Delicious.
Fregus, so they don't have to take it. She'll eat it if they don't.
Lyra takes it and kind of breaks off little pieces, and she's like hiding, like feeding Michi under her cowl.
Stomach fresh.
That's a choice of words.
It's a choice of storage compartments.
Muffin just kind of huffs a little bit and then goes downstairs after Solace.
Oh,
Oh, you hurt her
I was-
feelings.
It wasn't meant to be like that. No.
You should apologize.
I go after Muffin.
V, what's the kitchen look like?
Very, very, simple. Kind of bare bones, you'll see. There's like a little oven. There's like essentially on top of it like a stovetop, but it is powered through like a little arcane battery. There's a little enchanted like ice box that's there. A couple bare bones like utensils, but otherwise it's not super impressive. You see Cricket and Jay are in the kitchen just like squabbling over like what spices should go into what they're trying to make. And Salon is like sitting on a stool watching the entire thing unfold, smirking.
Like Solace kind of stumbles into the kitchen like he hasn't had a cup of coffee yet. And just immediately tries to like shoo the other two out of the way so he can get started. And sort of squinting while doing it, but just sort of starts picking up little bottles of like spices and stuff, and says, "This is parsley. Why does the container say bay leaf? These are so different."
I don't know what to tell you, man. I was told to pick shit up, and I don't know how to fucking cook.
Salon comes over and hands you a steaming cup of coffee. Good luck.
Solace picks up a jar that says sugar, dips a finger in, and puts it to his tongue and says, "Yep, that's garlic powder." All right, Muffin, I'm gonna need your help. As Muffin comes trotting in.
You see, like, following after Muffin, I'm following right after behind, being like, "Muffin, I'm sorry. That wasn't meant to be like a rude thing. It was meant to be a funny thing. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. Are you okay?"
You see Muffin just kind of turns and does a weird little like mechanical ping at you, and then rushes over to Saul's side. I do not know if that is an affirmative or a negative action, but I don't know if Fregus does either.
Definitely do not.
As you enter, Solace does take notice of you and says, "Oh, good, Fregus, you can help too."
Yeah, sure.
Are you
Solace.
able?
Oh no, go.
Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go.
Are you able to tell the difference between cinnamon and nutmeg?
I think you showed me the difference, yeah?
Make me a nature
Alright.
check.
Alright, how about you get started on some omelets for us, and I will reorganize all of the spices that are wrong.
You're 35% sure you can tell the difference.
54 and 35 are very different numbers, babe.
No, I was gonna say 50 and then 40 and then this was your mental math in your brain.
Can I try?
Yeah, if you
Fregus,
want to make a nature check to see.
You get started on some omelets for everyone.
can
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Nith,
Right away.
you know this, Nith.
I go to like start making them, and you said it's a 35% chance that I'm correct?
You know the difference between nutmeg and cinnamon?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about a 35% chance.
Okay. If I roll a 3, let's call it I got it right.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Nope.
You got it so wrong. You pulled curry powder out for some reason.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Fregus, that's neither. Can I assist?
You
I-
absolutely may.
Please?
Nith, you step up. You know the difference between spices. You're the daughter of a merchant.
Good news, Jay. You get a special omelet.
You see Jay just kind of like hang his head, go, no. And Cricket is like, Solace, please teach me how to cook. I can't do this anymore.
I have tried and failed. Go stand with Fregus and Nith. By the way, Fregus, Nith, these are other members of Low. They are family to me. This is Cricket and Jay. They are incredibly competent in very specific fields and incredibly incompetent in the kitchen. Do your best, they will help you. And I shoo them over to Fregus and Nith.
Such flattering words.
Fregus, try and make that omelet not a nightmare. Somebody's gonna eat it, and it's not gonna be me.
I'll do my best.
Lyra, what are you doing, my love?
Jay looks at you with his life in your hands.
Lyra's leaning against the kitchen door frame, watching all of this, and when Frigus has to make the omelet, she kind of quietly slips away before she's noticed, and she goes and she grabs a coffee and sits down.
You grab a quick coffee and you go and sit at one of the tables. And Salon makes her way over to you.
Oh.
Enjoying the mess?
She holds her coffee with both hands, kind of letting the warmth sink in through her palms and travel up her arms. As she gives her a really warm smile. She goes, actually, yeah. I didn't think I would. I'm not much for big groups. Lots of commotion. She looks over toward the kitchen and she goes, these ones are different. I
Yeah.
like them.
Solace always did have a way in bringing out, I think, the best in us all. And the other two
You're so
seem to be
kind.
good for him. That he is.
She chuckles when she says that the other two are good for Solace.
Oh,
Good for or a
Oh.
test for? That's
you know, you make a good point there. I was gonna say I think you're good for him too, but
I think it's the other way around.
I think
I
you're
don't
all
really
good
add-
for each other.
Not really add much, but they're teaching me.
I think you're teaching them as well. We all have a little bit that we can bring. Doesn't matter how much. If you tell
That's true.
Solace I've said nice things about him, though.
Oh
Okay,
no.
okay.
I would never.
We have that sibling.
If you tell them too,
dynamic.
I promise you.
Oh,
I
oh,
have,
no,
I have
no, you're-
ways.
We're so good.
I know
We
these
haven't-
woods better than anyone.
We have that understanding there.
Perfect. She takes a sip of her coffee.
I think Solace glances back and sees that you're drinking coffee and kind of reaches into his jacket to try and pull out a little jar, which has been empty, I think, since our second session.
Mhm.
And he goes, "Cricket, I have use of you." And he hands the jar to Cricket and he says, the shellac bugs that hang out on the trees outside, can you go collect a few of them for me?"
Right away, Solace, whatever you want.
I will remake your omelet if you catch a few of them. Thank you. It
Thank
is good
you.
to see you again, Cricket. Solace gives Cricket a very
Thank you
brief
so
hug.
much.
What do you
Cricket
mean
is like
remake it?
crying a little bit. Like, thank you so much. I missed your cooking. I'm gonna go grab those bugs now.
As he scurries off, Solace kind of nods and says he's very good at catching bugs. He will probably be back soon.
What kind of check would you say that I need to make for making this omelet?
Oh God.
There is a cooking check, or a cooking tools. I don't know if you have them.
He does not.
Probably don't.
Make
If
me
you drag
a.
him onto his sheet, he'd have them but not be proficient.
I was just gonna make him roll survival.
Oh, that works too. Yeah.
Yep.
Can I roll a cook's check to make this not a disaster?
Yep.
Could I also argue that because Nith is helping me, I would have advantage?
No.
Damn,
Damn.
pretty fucked up.
Oh
Even
shit!
Get on. Get fucked.
Oh my God.
No.
Remake the omelet. Ugh.
I was gonna make you roll, and then I was gonna be like, yeah, okay, Nith helps you, but somehow
Frigus
the
has been learning.
omelet returns.
Frigus has
Hey,
been working
Palpatine.
hard, learning to cook.
Hmm. Gotta impress my boy. I might have thought that cinnamon was curry powder, but you know, it's fine.
You somehow make a
I've got
passable
the skills where
omelet.
it counts. Passable, bro.
You only have a
That's
plus
fucked up.
one. Still passable. Passable is
It's a nat
good.
20!
You also thought it was all curry powder. Okay, fine. You have mastered the omelet.
You've made
Wow.
a very good omelet.
It is the Neopets omelet.
Oh shit.
You have made a good omelet. You have mastered
Hold on,
the
gotta-
omelet.
Gotta get my daily slice.
Yeah, I gotta get your daily slice.
Solace walks over and takes a quick sniff just to be like, all right, what do I need to fix? And goes, oh, you did a very good job, Frigus.
Thanks.
I'm genuinely very impressed.
Hopefully you won't have to remake it now.
No, I mean, we can tell him I did, but or you could just make him eat it and he'll like it.
That's up to you.
All right. Well, breakfast is I'd say just about good for everyone. Cricket will be back in a moment with tea, if you'd like it, Lyra. And hopefully there'll be enough to restock for our future travels.
You say that, and Cricket shows up, like, out of thin air, and it presents you with the, jar
full of
full.
bugs.
Jar full of bugs.
Cricket, for the second time this morning, I am very impressed. Good job. So how have you two been in the city? Has everything's been going well?
I have been catching so many bugs.
I can
Both
see that.
physical, of the animal variety, and also I am very sick.
Okay, sit over
And he
there, please.
sneezes.
Oh, okay, hold on. Solace looks at his belt for a second and then goes, and he pulls out a little dispenser that he sprays into his hands and rubs them together and then sort of presses his hand against Cricket's forehead. And I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration just so he's not sick.
Yeah, you cast Lesser Restoration on Cricket, and he immediately goes, "Ah, thank you so much.
I
missed you."
I missed you too, Cricket. Frigus did a very good job with your omelet. I think you should try it.
He eyes it suspiciously.
If you don't like it, I will remake it.
Yeah, okay. And takes a bite.
Is he like sent straight to heaven? Like the
Immediate Constitution saving throw, might be. He's dead.
That's not what I meant.
He takes a bite, and you know when, like, in anime, when people take a bite of food that's really good and their eyes turn to, like,
Clothes
stars,
explode and
and
their eyes turn to stars.
their
Yeah.
clothes do not explode in this instance.
I don't know, man.
But, like, the eyes turn to stars, and they're like, "Oh my god!" That's what happens.
That was a whole Blue, how dare you? That was a whole genre of anime for the last like 5 years, I think.
You give him a great omelet, and everyone kind of goes and sits down and starts eating. You see, it's very much like a huge family style thing. Like everyone is passing around stuff. There are individual tables, but there's like a big table as well in the center. Way too many people have kind of crammed into, and they're all kind of like laughing and talking and eating.
Alright, so what's our plan for the library? Do we want to try going in sort of regularly first and just take a look around, see what the situation is?
I can always send Michi in to take a good look. So if we're quiet about our entrance, he can also do some looking.
If it is a library that's like open to the public, then there is a certain amount of recon that we should be able to do ourselves just by going in. The tricky part is finding out this supposed hidden section.
It is an open library, so you could go and take a look around there. I would probably try not to find the hidden section until at least nighttime. So you could go for the first couple of days and see what you do find, and then go under the cover of night to get in.
I mean, yeah, if we can figure out sort of a general area to be investigating, it might help us out a lot.
Wait, we're reconning this place for days? I thought people were missing. I thought... Shouldn't we be going quicker about this?
I do agree with Frigus. We should make haste, but I think during the day we should just sort of scope out the situation so that when night falls, we're ready to act.
If you want to scope it out today, then you can go later tonight to...
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Salon takes out a map and marks a little X in the central district. Right about in here, where the library is.
Hold on, I had my character sheet open. What district? Right there. Okay. That is right on the border of where the nobles generally are. That's interesting. Not surprising, but interesting.
I've got it on some good authority that some of the nobles are in this cult.
I am not surprised.
Power and greed and all that.
Well, they seem to seek to infiltrate nobility. That's the issue that we faced back in Lyrengorn.
Money will get you pretty far.
You're not wrong.
I imagine you might have to do a little bit more to get rid of this cult than just break into this library and kill whatever people are there. You might need to do some recon in the actual meetings or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm planning to do, hopefully.
I hope you're not planning to do it alone.
No, we'll figure it out. Don't worry.
No,
For starters,
Sorry.
we should head to the library and scope the place out. Lyra and I can leave our familiars hidden in the building when we leave. That way, when night falls, we have eyes on the inside already.
I should probably let you know my plan. I mean, not that I have much of one, but I am Crown Prince of Lyrengorn, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to use that to get information from the nobles as much as possible, but I have yet to formulate a plan as to how.
You see Salon kind of like squints at you and like leans forward, like, huh? And then like leans back and go, oh, no kidding. Damn. Crown Prince. You get
That's
roped in with
me.
him, Solace.
It's a long story.
Ah. Alright, well... yeah, you definitely have a ticket in, I think.
Yes, but I don't know how we would go about making introductions. It doesn't exactly have, you know, the red carpet rolled out as he arrived in the city.
Nor do I know how I would get anybody else into the meetings with me.
I'm sure someone could pose as a guard or part of your envoy or something. They usually allow at least one person in.
I am a little bit too well known in the area, but perhaps one of the others.
I'm willing to go. There's not many people that would recognize me. I stay on the outskirts. Most people don't know me.
Yeah,
If I can pass
bet
as a
we can make that
bodyguard,
work.
I'd be happy to.
All right, so Nith and I will check out the library while you two attempt to dig up something from the local nobleman.
yeah, I think we can make that work.
Are you all doing that like today during the day and then going to the library all together tonight?
Yes. I mean, Nith and I will go to the library now, and we'll all meet up near the library tonight. Yes.
Okay. Do I need to make a second copy of the map?
I don't think so. I mean,
No, I have a
Nith and
fairly
I-
good memory. I wouldn't worry.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay. Okay, well... While y'all are doing that, we're gonna keep mixing some potions and see what we can do with for the people in the Outwall.
All right.
I
We
don't
will
get
return
caught.
Of course, we will return as soon as we have information.
Okay.
We go.
Yeah. You all head out. Who wants to go first?
Nith and I can check out the library first, so we know what the situation over there looks like.
Sure.
Okay. You two make your way over to the library. Sorry. You find your way there pretty easily. It is just a regular, plain old library. You see there's some common folk, a couple nobles that go in and out. How long do you go in immediately, or do you scout the outside?
I think we go in to just, like, act like we're going to the library, like we're looking for books.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
What is the general sort of layout of the building? Like, is it multiple floors? Is it, like, particularly large?
It is multiple floors. It's a medium-sized library. I only have a map for nighttime, maybe.
That's okay.
There's like entire wings dedicated to like certain knowledge. There's a couple like study halls essentially. There's one great hall on the main floor, and then there's another great hall on the second floor.
Could I roll some kind of like investigation or history to see if I think there would be like a basement?
Give me a history check.
F.
You're not sure if there's a basement. If there is, there's no real signage of one.
Alright, well, we'll have to take a look around to find out, I suppose.
While you're in the library, is there anything you want to be looking for specifically?
See if we can spot any, like, restricted areas. Employees only kind of spaces.
Yeah.
Anyone
Give
who
me
looks out of place.
give me Solace an investigation check and Nith a perception check.
Investigate.
You, Solace, see there are like a couple employee-only areas. You kind of walk to those sections. They're like doors that are pushed, like are swinging doors. A couple times you see employees go to the back and come back with like stacks of books or take stacks of books to put in the back. It looks like it's just kind of a run-of-the-mill, like, take stock of what's been returned and then put everything back out. Nith, you see a lot of, like, students in the area. There are a couple little kids with, like, their parents, but there's a lot of students around, kind of investigating what they can. They seem rather, like, frazzled. You do see one man with a kind of gray cloak that looks a little out of place. No one seems to be giving him any mind, so maybe he's not. But to you, he looks wrong. And he goes up to the second floor.
I want to point him out to Solace and ask, does he look out of place to you?
I suppose. I will also head up to the second floor. I just want to see, like, what general section of the library he's going to. Because, like, maybe he's, like, an academic and he's heading to, like, where a bunch of the research material would be. Maybe he's, you know, going somewhere that doesn't really make sense for him to be going.